Hey guys, this is Lawrence from buildmyecommerce.com. In this video, I will show you the multi-merge settings. So from your back end, go to the multi-merge and then click settings. And here you have 6 different tabs here at the top. So let's start from the beginning, general. I won't be explaining every single options that you see here, just the ones I feel that's useful. So let's talk about the seller validation and product validation. Currently it's set to no validation, which means that any sellers can sign up and start uploading products. But personally, I would prefer the manual approval. That way I make sure that only quality sellers sell from the web store. Next, I want to talk about the one-page registration. So if you go to the storefront, currently there is no place for a seller to sign up from the page here. You have the login and create an account options here, and it would be nice to have an option to say create a seller account or something similar to that. So let's go to the back end, and if you click one page registration and enable yes, and then click save, click storefront, and now you see create a seller account shows up here at the top. Next is the seller account terms. Right now it's set to none, and you should have it set to something like terms and conditions. So let me give you a real example. As a store owner, let's say you want to have terms that says you only do payouts once a month, which is at the end of the month, and you don't want to have sellers request payouts every day or every other day, because you want, as a store owner, you want to keep everything simple as you can. And if the sellers don't agree to your terms, they don't have to sell in your store. So this way you only have sellers that you can work with and also have quality sellers. Next, let's talk about the graphical seller menu. Currently it's set to yes. So let's go to the front end of the store, and then let's log in as a seller. So I'm just going to log in as seller1 at buildmyecommerce.com and enter the password. Click login, and then if you go to the my account, under the seller account section, you can see the graphical menus here. So if you go back here to the back end, set that to no, click save, go to the front end and refresh. You can see now there's no graphical icons now. I prefer having the graphical icons because they're easy to see and you know exactly what to do. Now let's talk about the product form tab. If you scroll down, you will see the disallowed categories. You can check the box for the services, and they won't be allowed to list any digital products in that category. And then below that you have the include fields for products. So the ones I find useful are the date available, and then the meta tag description or meta tag keywords. Okay, and then if you scroll up, click save, and then go to the front end, and let's go ahead and click the my account, and then go to the products and click the pencil icon. And then if you look under the general tab, we have 2 new fields that are shown up here: meta tag description and then meta tag keywords. So these are good for search engines. If you have important keywords or descriptions, you can enter those in here. And if you look in the data tab, we now have date available. You can enter the date when the digital product was first available in here, which is useful. And then click submit, and that's it. Finances tab is one of the most important tabs inside the settings. So let's start from the top. Fund statuses. It says your seller balance will be funded for orders with fund statuses. Currently it's set to complete. you must make sure that the payment gateway you're using is also same. Currently I'm using PayPal payments, so if you go to the extensions payments, scroll down next to the PayPal payment standard, click edit. Right here, completed status is set to complete. So this word must match what is in here. Let's say, just as an example, the fund status is set to complete, but the PayPal payment standard is set to something else, maybe say processing. If that's the case, your account won't be funded when the customer makes a purchase. So it's very important that you set those up correctly from the beginning. The charged statuses currently is set to denied. So this handles the refund process. So instead of denied, it should actually say refunded. And you can change also inside the PayPal payment standard under the refunded status, change that to refunded. Now let's talk about the allow payout requests. So right now it's set to yes. I prefer to set it to no because I don't want sellers requesting payouts every time they make a sale. So you should have terms saying to the sellers that you only do payouts once a month at the end of the month to make everything simple for the store owner. And allow partial payouts, click no. And for the PayPal address, you want to enter your email address in here if you're charging your sellers for listing and sign-up fees. And here, PayPal API, username, password, and signature. These are used for paying all your sellers simultaneously. If you want to know where you get this API information, you must have PayPal Business or Premier account. I have already logged into my PayPal account and it says your account type Premier. Next, mouse over the profile and then scroll down to My Selling Tools. And under the Selling Online, you see the API Access. Click Update and then click View API Signature. And then you have the API username, password, signature in here. All you need to do is copy and paste this information in here. And currently the PayPal sandbox mode is turned on. So this basically means that I'm using a fake PayPal account to do transactions for testing purposes only. So if you want to do a live transaction, make sure you turn it off. Now let's look at the Comments tab. You have product comments and seller comments. So for the product comments, let's go to the front end, click the digital product. You see the comments tab shows up here at the bottom, where customers can leave a comment after they have purchased or if they have any questions regarding this product. And for the seller comments, to find that, you have to click the seller here, and you see next to the products you have the comments tab. So this comments has nothing to do with the product, it's comments only for the seller. Use the modules tab to show list of your sellers and choose layout to dictate where those sellers show up. For example, let's say that you want to feature the top sellers on the front home page. So you will go to the top sellers tab, click add module. For the layout, choose home, position, let's say content top. For the limit, I'm going to leave it blank. But let's say that you have hundreds of sellers and you want to limit, like, let's say 5 to 10 top sellers, and you would enter 5 or 10 in here. For the image size, I'm going to leave it blank. And let's go ahead and click save. Now when we go to the front end, hit refresh, you can see the top sellers here at the top. In the Miscellaneous tab, I want to talk about the SEO. Currently it is set to disabled. You really should have this set to enabled, because if I go to the front end and go to the seller profile and look at the top here in the URL field, right now this is not very descriptive. It doesn't say anything about the seller, and by having the SEO enabled allows search engines to find you. So as an example, let's say this seller only sells open cart extensions. It would be nice to have open cart extensions store show up here. To do that, let's go to the back end and make sure this is set to enabled, and let's go ahead and click save. And you have to go to the system settings, click edit, and click the server tab where it says here use SEO URL is set to no. Make sure you check yes, and you'll also need to make sure to rename the htaccess.txt file to .htaccess. So you would have to log into the file manager where you're hosting the web store. So go to the file manager and go to the folder where OpenCart is installed, and here I have the htaccess.txt file. I have to change this to .htaccess. Press enter, and then let's go back, and then let's go ahead and save here. And now when we go to the front end and click on the seller profile, it's still not changed, right? That's because you have to go to the multi-merge sellers and then click the seller one pencil icon here. For the SEO keyword, it says here -9, and we want to change this to open cart hyphen extensions hyphen store, and then click save. Go to the front end, click the seller one profile again. You can see now it says open cart extension store. Now you have a much better chance for search engines such as Google to find your page.